administration signals its fight against global warming may actually involve blocking sunlight. The White House posting research claiming, quote, solar radiation modification would enable better informed decisions about the potential risk and benefits of SRM as a component of climate policy, alongside the foundational elements of greenhouse gas emissions mitigation. Our next guest warns this is simply government's way to control your weather. Mark Morano, publisher of ClimateDepot.com, and he joins us now. Okay, Mark, my take this morning was maybe this is one of those or else, get on board with everything else or we're going to block the sun. But I guess it's a little bit more, reality than that. Tell us about it.
Well, this is actually Bill Gates funding this as well through Harvard University. This is retro 1970s. In the 1970s, they believed that our fossil fuels were creating aerosols, blocking the sun, creating man-made global cooling. So they came up with the same kind of geoengineering solutions back then. They wanted to put black soot on the Arctic to melt it. There was one proposal to use nuclear energy to help loosen the Arctic ice caps because they thought they were growing too much. And John Holdren, back in the Obama administration, also supported this kind of geoengineering, if you will, of the climate. This is radical, risky, unproven, unknown effects, but they're doing it as a sort of lever over us to say now in the Biden administration, kind of like, yeah, we know this is dangerous, we don't know the effects, but darn it, people aren't buying electric cars fast enough, or they're not embracing Green New Deal policies, so we have to risk our entire planet with this insane kind of research. It's basically weather modification. China's been doing it for years. It's another form of what the U.S. government has even been doing. The ABC News meteorologists bragged about the cloud seeding they're doing to increase rain or snow and storms. They will control the government will control the weather, and you will be happy. That seems to be the new motto.
Yeah, I was just talking to Will about the cloud seeding. He's not sure if he believes it, and I said, listen, it's something they've been trying to do for a while. But on that same topic, if they don't get to block out the sun, they're going to try other, maybe more practical ways, like electric vehicles, pushing those on us. A poll out shows 59% of us oppose phasing out gas cars by 2035. 21% support Biden's policy on this. What's your take on it?
Well, this is, I don't think we need a poll to show us these numbers. The American people have voted. Less than 7% of cars are electric vehicle sales in America. And that's despite massive subsidies, massive tax credits, mandates of banning gas-powered cars led by California and 18 other states with trigger laws. They have done everything they can to promote electric cars, and they're more expensive, they have less range, and all they do is increase our dependence on China. It takes fossil fuels to make a car, it takes fossil fuels to recharge the electric cars. It makes no sense. And what they're doing is intentionally creating car shortages by these gas-powered car bans to force us into mass transit.
No, that one point there, inviting China into our auto industry and into our electronic industry while they're passing things like the CHIPS Act, a lot of it is kind of speaking out both sides of their mouth. Thank you, Mark Morano, for joining us.
Thank you, Joey. Appreciate it.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.
Okay, with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rahakadash, which is the Petty Huberton, Creator Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you sister brothers living is true, and shalom to the brothers and sisters that's listening and studying, show themselves approved. Shalom. Now, as you just seen from that clip, that the government, because this is on the legislation now, Yasharallah, they're really thinking about blocking out the sun and letting Bill Gates do that, which would be very catastrophic for the planet Earth. Very catastrophic. That will give out mass death. That'd be a death blow to the planet Earth. Majority of the people, if they let this devil go ahead and go through with his plans. He has it all there in Congress talking about it. Bill Gates said this a long time ago. I heard him say this a long time ago. I guess everybody thought it was conspiracy theory talk. I don't know why they take what he says as conspiracy theory talk. Like, this devil will tell you what he gonna do before he do it. And he has the money and the means to do it. So when he say he gonna do something, he's not BSing. I know there's a lot of people think he just be talking Like a lot of jakes now, people don't realize like a lot of things that was in science fiction is now reality. This devil is a tech dude. He's the technology they show us is like 20 years behind. These devils been manipulating the weather. As you just heard from that clip right there. China been doing it. The US do it. It's a thing called chemtrails or cloud seeding. They manipulate the weather. And with that, they call it geoengineering. He can like spray something in the air that like blocks out the sun where you can't get any sunlight anymore. And with that being said, crop won't grow anymore. The vegetation's gonna die. Once the vegetation dies, the animals that depend on that vegetation, they're gonna die, or depend on the animals that eat the vegetation, they're gonna die. And then after that, people are going to die. Like we need the sun. Like us that got melanin in our body. Like the sun gives you vitamin D. Like the sun is here for a reason. Everything needs sunlight. And this devil talking about blocking out sunlight. You know why? Because he's on a death mission. This devil is desperate to get his plan, the MOTB, and like put you in a bad situation. Like now it makes sense why this devil bought up all the farmland and why he has lab-grown meat, chicken and beef, lab-grown, because he wants to be the only source of food. If he blocks out the sun and can't nobody else grow crops or have any cattle or, any type of, farm animal that produces food, then you got to go to this dude for everything you need. And that's really what he wants. And then when I'm looking at this, what he's talking about doing is really biblical. Like, that might be, like, he might get the chance to do that. Yahushua might let this devil do that, Yashral, and I'm going to show you why. Let's go to Revelation 6 and 12. And it reads, And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. So the scripture's talking about, like, during the latter days we're about to go into, there's going to be a great earthquake, a horrific earthquake, something like you watched that movie 2012, and then he said the sun will become black as sackcloth of hair, so the sun's going to get blacked out. It's going to be, you get no sunlight. I don't know for how long, so it could be by natural means this could happen, or it could be Bill Gates back initiate his plan to block the sun. That could happen. Said the moon gonna be like blood, and that means that like the sunlight is gonna be different. The sun is gonna reflect off the moon different. So I can see how the moon would turn. That's been already happening too. Like that's already happened. The moon looking like blood. The brother in New York, Alamo Gabar, he done posted, a lot of lessons showing that the moon looked like, straight, like blood, man. Look real weird. And if you block out the sun, I can see that doing that to the moon as well. So this is something to be on the lookout that this devil, might devise and do. And that just shows you, like, see, these incidents is happening for the hopeful elect to see what Esau's doing and know that these people are the wicked, man. Who the hell thinks of a plan to block out the sun? Who would think that's a good idea? Like, as I said, I couldn't be in Congress or nothing like that. Like, I couldn't be nowhere near Bill Gates and he say something to me like that. Because I'd be like, man, put some powder on my hand. Powder my hand real quick, and I'm going to smack the mess out of him and smack a tooth out of his mouth. And man, like, what make you think that's a good idea? Only way that's a good idea is you want to destroy everything. So that lets you know his mindset. This devil is hell-bent on destroying everything. And that's Esau's nature. As I said, we ain't just over talking bad about so-called the white man and saying this. His fruits speak for itself. Look at his ideas. Look at what's on his mindset. This devil wants to block the sun out because he want to kill everything. So we ain't just saying this to be talking bad. We're telling you what he is and how this man is. These people are ruling the planet right now, and it's the things that they want to do. And then for Congress to be even like, entertaining the idea, lets you know they all wicked as hell too. And like these Edomites called them out on that. They's like, man, they all just doing this for a political thing to try to make people buy electric cars and all that green stuff. They got this like, it's like a climate scam, climate change scam. I'm like, no, man, the earth, yeah, we hotter, but it's because of all the chemicals you putting out. It's because of you. You know, if you just stop what you're doing, everything go back to normal. But no, they can't do that though. Then they say, oh, you're the problem because you're driving a car using natural gas. So use my product I got over here, my electric cars and all this electric. Then the electric grid can't even hold everything up. They want you to go electric. They really just want you to have nothing. The one devil said it best, Klaus Schwab. You will own nothing to be happy. That's Esau's fantasy. That's what he wants. That's what he's trying to do. And this devil was so hell-bent on getting what he want, I'll block the sun out. If you don't go buy no Tesla, go get an electric car, do what I say do, I'll block the sun out. I'll kill everything. And that's Esau's mentality, man. That's like a little kid. Like, that's why this devil got to go. Esau Edom, aka the white man, got to go. He has to come out of rulership. So I'm just looking at Congress is entertaining this idea, Yashral. I'm looking like, okay, the scriptures did say the sun be, blacked out like sackcloth. Like we do hear that will happen in Revelation. So Bill Gates might get the opportunity to do that. And we got to be prepared to go through it. That's why I try to tell Yashral, man, you got to cling to Yahweh Shah. Or, preparing our survival skills. Like say we got little animals, little livestock or whatever, or we got gardens and you think I'm gonna make it because I got this. No, man, it's only gonna get you by for so long. At some point, we're gonna get by totally off the power of Yahweh Shah, nothing else. It's not gonna be your doomsday and your prep skills. That's not how we're gonna make it through this, man. This devil, he know people getting their prep skills together. That's why he looking to block the sun out. Because like if he block the sun out, you can't grow nothing. Your little cattle, your livestock, your little animals, your chickens or whatever you got, sheep, goats, they gonna die once all the vegetation dies. This devil trying to make it to where you gotta go to his laboratory. You gotta go, man, he trying to force you to get that MOTB. This devil trying to make it where you have to get the MOTB in order to get any food. And the food you're gonna get is gonna be some lab-grown meat from this devil. And that's how he wants it. He wants to be the source of everything. Because he wants to be like God. See, right now, man, you look at the works of the Most High, you look at the sun, the earth. Really, you can grow your own food. Get your little livestock animals. You can really live off the earth, off the land. You can make it like that. This devil know that. So he's trying to cut those resources out to where you have to come to him for all, everything you need. Like, we already in that area so far, but he's trying to make it like straight up. You got to come to me. Ain't no grass growing. Ain't no animals out here. Ain't no that many people left. I'm everything. I got this, I got that technology. They're trying to go robotics. This devil trying to kill anything that's natural. They want GMO everything. They want artificial robotics everything. This devil don't want nothing natural. You know why? Because when the devil sees natural things like the sun, moon, and the stars, it reminds him that he's insignificant. It reminds him that he's under Yahweh Shah. So he's trying to do away with, the ordinances, the sun. He's trying to change everything because he manipulates something. It gives him a big head because he can manipulate spliced DNA. He can manipulate the weather. Then he like, oh, I'm God. I control this, man. Hey, Yahweh Shah about to put a big old boot up the devil's backside. We ready for that. That's going to go with my next precept. Because he got to go, man. This devil, if he pulls that off, that's going to be a lot of death, Yashral, a lot of death. So I'm going to go to Revelation 11 and 18. Because this is the devil is doing. And this is Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldst give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shalt destroy them which destroyed the earth, which goes to Esau, Edom. He destroys the earth because he doesn't care about anything. This devil's wicked, he's defiled, he's profane. He's putting chemicals in the water, chemicals in the earth, fracking, digging up all the oil. That's like the earth's blood, man. He's pumping all the oil out. People have invented engines that run off of water, hydro engines. The devil killed them. He don't want that. Nah, we running off oil because I make too much money off of oil. He's putting chemicals in the air, cloud seeding chemical, chemtrailing, which put chemicals in the air. That's why a lot of people stay sick. The food is defiled. GMO food. So when we eat our like apples and oranges, we ain't get all the nutrients we need. So that's why people's like getting more sick than they used to. This devil, man, everything is messed up because of this devil. He's destroying the earth. He's destroying the children of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and he's also destroying the creations of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's why at the correct time, Yahushua is going to light his men up. That way we can, get rid of this devil, man. Get him out the way. And then the Lord is going to allow this place to go through a thermonuclear holocaust. That way everything can be scorched earth, and burn everything up. That way we can start fresh, because we need a fresh start. This devil has defiled stuff so bad, man. And I'm looking at Congress like y'all entertaining that, which it don't surprise me. Because that's all Edomite ran. Esau's about wickedness. Esau's about evil. If it's something to do bad and hurt people, Esau's all for it. If it's something to benefit the people, he don't like that. He don't want that. No, I want to see suffering. I want to see pain. If you just go back, Yashra, you just go back to the 1800s, the 1700s. They used to hang Jake, with a rope by his neck and watch him, suffer as he gasped for his last breath. And they have a whole picnic under his body and eat, and that was a good thing to them. They like to see pain and suffering. That's why you got to look at Esau in their true nature, man. These people are evil. They are evil, man. And then the ones that's rich, they get to do the most wickedness because they got the means to do it. That's Job 9:24 all day long. The land is given to the hand of the wicked. So that's why we are praying to Yahweh Shah to once again lift up the children of Israel. Therefore, we can rule over the planet and everything can get back right. Because we're going to do everything right. Everything go back in this harmony. Everything going to go back in this beautiful state. Because we're not going to be splicing DNA, messing with the Most High's creations. He already made it perfect. All we got to do is let it thrive. Esau, he want to manipulate everything. He don't know. He always want to force something. Force and manipulate. He don't never let nothing be what it's supposed to be. He's not about nurturing. He's not about caring. That's why nothing thrives under the devil's clock, man. Nothing. So, if this happens, man, let's go to second address. I'm going to leave off with that right here. If this devil, which at some point the sun will be blocked out. So, it don't matter if it's by the devil doing it or the Lord doing it, which really the Lord is doing it if the devil did it, because he controls these devils. So, that will happen. What we're seeing now is we might see the means of it, how it happened. Might be Bill Gates and his diabolical self. Wait, before I go get that, because this is another thing to show me it might be like that. It's this whole Simpsons episode showing Mr. Burns doing the same thing. And it made me mad every time I hear a Simple Jake talking about, the Simpsons predicting everything. The Simpsons ain't predicting nothing. The devil who wrote The Simpsons, who directed and made that, he's a ish person. He's just putting on film what they already advised and plan to do. They're not predicting nothing. He just showed you what they're going to do before they do it. He know the plans. He's part of the family. So I hate when Super Jake say the Simpsons predicting nothing. No, they not. See, part of their thing, they got this thing called the cabal. So, and a part of the cabal is whatever the diabolical thing they're going to do, they got to show you it before they do it. That way, that's their way of releasing guilt off of them. They're like, I told you what I was going to do. You didn't say nothing, so I'm going to do it. That's their way. That's why Esau does things and doesn't feel guilty about it. He feel like, I told you what I'm going to do, and you didn't pay no attention. So the Simpsons ain't predicting nothing, man. I would show that clip, but I might get a copyright strike, but you can look that up. The Simpsons, just like they did the Titanic, that submarine sinking. Trump has been president. They got one with Mr. Burns blacks the sun out with a device. Lo and behold, you got Bill Gates, who looks like Mr. Burns, and act like Mr. Burns, to me, and he has a plan to block out the sun. And he wants to do it, and now he's talking to Congress to get it passed so he can do it. So we're going to look to see if they're going to do it or not. But what we do know is the sun will be blocked out. So that's why we got to stay locked in on this truth and stay within Yahweh Shah. That's why I don't look. External means like, yeah, I got a garden. I got some food going and all of that, but I don't look for that to save me, man. That's just for right now. The only thing that's going to make it through, get me through this, me and mine through this, is going to be the power of Yahweh Shah, nothing else. That's why I stay locked on this truth. You know, like ain't no tomorrow, cause man, that's the only way we're gonna make it. Only Yahweh Shah delivers. So I'm gonna come with this one right here. I'm gonna leave off this, cause if this dude, you know, blocks the sun out, which sun will be blocked out, that's gonna lead to a lot of death right there, cause that's gonna help contribute to the famine, because the plants need the sun to do what they call that photosynthesis. I think I said that right. I could be wrong, but the little process they do so they can, you know, get their leaves and grow their food. They need the sun. The plants, the vegetation need the sun to grow. Without the vegetation, a lot of animals eat vegetation. You know, then animals that eat other animals that eat the vegetation. So if the plant life go, hey, that's pretty much. Plus, you need trees. Trees provide oxygen. Now I'm thinking about it too. They provide oxygen. So if a lot of plant life go, that's gonna be where almost this planet ain't gonna be habitable no more. But there's nothing that Yahweh Shah can't fix. You know, the chariots can, you know, fix whatever Bill Gates did like it ain't nothing. Yahweh Shah can fix that. So I'm not really worried about what this devil gonna do. I'm more just making sure I'm in the good graces of Yahweh Shah, because whatever this devil do, the Lord can fix real easy. Because he said he gonna fix it. So he just letting this devil, he's giving the devil range to like put things to death. And if you're not right with the Lord, you will fall in that category. You'll fall into Esau Edom's hands, which aka the white man's hand, and you'll get your judgment. So what we gotta do, we gotta cling to Yahweh Bashmi Shah, so that we don't fall victim to Esau. Because that's Esau's job. Esau's job is to, you know, delete things, send things back to the spirit world. That's Esau's job, to kill things, kill and defile. That's what Esau is here to do. You know, you can read about that in Romans the 9th chapter. He's the vessels of destruction, wrath of destruction. Which, since I say that, let's just go get that. Make sure I'm on point, because I didn't have this in the chamber, but I'm just going through the spirit, and the Lord told us that the Esau was made to be destroyed. You know, he's made to destroy things. Let me go down. Because he's made a vessel out of wrath. What chapter is that? Bear with me, y'all. So I didn't have this in the chamber. I'm just talking through the spirit. And I wanted to bring up a point that Esau is made for destruction. And I know it's in Romans. I'm trying to think what chapter. I thought it was chapter 9. Oh, there it go. Yeah, I was right. I kept passing it over. Because if you go to 21, it says, have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump, to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor. So, and then you go to 22, it says, what if Yahweh willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. So the Lord made two vessels, man. One vessel for honor and one vessel for dishonor. Esau's the vessel for dishonor. That's why everything he does is treacherous. Everything he does is, you know, profanity, vile, wicked. That's Esau was created to be like that, you know. And then he was given the time to be in rulership, and they would do things like this, you know. And that was to bring in. They're made to bring in prophecy. We are the vessels of honor. That's why the Most High loves Jacob, and he hates Esau. Esau's the vessel of dishonor. Jacob's the vessel of honor, you know. And Esau is a vessel that's a wrath fitted to destruction. So that's why Bill Gates is hell bent on destroying things. That's his nature. You know, he was created to be like that. And all Edomites are like that. And regardless of how they smile in your face and be cool with you, if you give an Edomite a lot of money and a lot of, you know, he got a lot of time, he'll do something wicked like what Bill Gates is doing or what Elon Musk is doing. Or all of them, they'll always do something wicked because they were made like that. As I talk to Edomites, like the ones I work with, they're all like children. Like you talk to your average redneck, They're like a big old 7-year-old or an 8-year-old. They're like kids, and they love destroying things. That's why they love guns. They blessing with the sword. They like killing things. They're like you think of Esau. Esau killed for sport. So you look at Bill Gates. He's got a big plan to do mass death based on a scientific move. Like they never gets off on that. Like, man, we can block out the sun. You know, whatever chemicals do. Oh, go watch the first Matrix movie. That Matrix movie, it showed you that people did that. Especially if you watch like the Animatrix, the animation they made, that was the prequel to the Matrix movie. They showed you when they did that. They did it to stop the robots. So they blackened the cloud, that they sprayed some chemical in the air to block the sun, and it didn't work. What the computers did, the robots did, was use people as batteries. That's what they did. And they're like, this ain't gonna work. This dude, all he gonna do is make mass death. And that's crazy. The Congress is even like, talking about it with dude, discussing it. Like, it's on the books. They writing up paperwork right now to give him the right to block the sun out. There's not conspiracy theory talk. There's not crazy talk. These devils are now considering that. That's in the Congress, So a lot of Jake need to pull their head up out their ass, man. Like, all this stuff you think is science fiction and fake is real. That Harry Potter movies, that's real. Esau does witchcraft. He does satanic things. The whole music industry, Hollywood, it's all built off of satanic things, man. That's Esau. He does them diabolical things. And he's trying to do this. The second address, I'm going to leave off with this. Second address, 16-22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So if this devil blocks that sun out, a lot of people are going to die from hunger, man, from the famine, because you can't grow crops if you can't get sunlight. Point blank, period. And that devil probably like Mr. Burns, rubbing his fingers together like, yeah, I'm about to block the sun out. And as we just read in that first, one of my first precepts of Revelation, what was that? 6 and 12, the sun will be blackened out. So that could happen. So you got to get your mind ready for things like that. That way, if Bill Gates gives the green light to block the sun out, you ain't over there panicking like, oh no, you blocking the sun out. Because the Lord is not going to let this devil kill the hopeful elect. He's not going to let that happen. So if he does try it, it might last for a moment, and then some chariots might come and clean up and suck up all the chemicals he used to block the sun out. Like, nah, man, you're not going to keep doing that. But I'll let you get the bodies you wanted to get. The ones that get judgment, I'll let you have those. But now my hopeful elect can't take it no more. So we cleaning this up. Yahushua might show up at that time, like crack the whatever little clouds or whatever little stuff they made. That might be time Yahushua show up. So the devil's not going to win. So I'm not really worried about what he's about to do. Neither should you, if you're in this truth. Like, we're not worried about what this devil about to do. But just know that he's going to do it. Just know he's going to, like, the sun will be blocked out. So when that happens, you're not just like, oh, my Lord. Like, I knew that was going to happen. I got this back for it. I'm in the truth. Yahushua will make a way for me, so I ain't worried about it. That's why none of this stuff is scaring me. Like, the average person about to hear that and go crazy. I'm like, it's been prophesied in the book that the sun gonna turn black like a sackcloth for her. So, not surprising me. That's why we got the scriptures, man. It's to mentally prepare us for what's about to come. That way we don't bug out like these people in the world gonna bug out. We gonna be like, yeah, I knew that was coming. I'm ready for it. That's why a lot of people like, that don't scare you? You not scared? I'm like, no. I know what's going on. I know what's happening, man. I'm locked into a higher power. I'm good. Like, people get mad at me and my family. They get mad. Like, you ain't scared? You should be scared. I'm like, I'm not scared. I feel good about my lot. I'm good, man. I ain't got to worry about that. And that's what this truth does for you, man. It builds your faith up to where you feel good about what's going on in your place and what's happening. You ain't in a bug out state. So I'm going to leave off that, let you know, like, hey, watch for this move, y'all. So I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch for this in Congress. We'll see if they get this devil the green light or not. So with that being said, I want to say Kwame Yasharala, detailed by Bob. Shalom.